You see her looking?
Yeah.
I had
I'll probably be the one who got
one.
one.
Stupid beliefs. I'm like,
That was funny.
It's like I'm tired of just.
Yep, he's on there. Looked at these online the other day, man. What's going on about
Just watch your gut.
That's good.
I knew that he'll pick up this month. There'll be a bunch more under. Oh yeah. Just get them under contract.
Yeah.
Pretty like this.
Keep Ben busy, I'm sure.
Yeah, like more than about 10.
Those are beautiful.
And of course, I'll want them around the house.
Yeah.
Send paperwork and
Yeah.
check the box. Stuff like that.
It's freezing. Turn this on very low.
I think we're sitting there on top of each other. I didn't watch any of it until the end. I think I took a nap before that. I was doing something. Oh, shoot, that game's still on.
Our budget review for the title. Did our budget review for the title, not for our sale.
They're gonna, Jordan can do both.
At the same time.
Not happy.
Hey, you sent him emails off at the last second or what?
Yeah.
I keep getting these emails from you, okay, where is it?
Hey, Monday mornings.
Yep. Brought the bus today, didn't you?
Yes, ma'am, or yes,
Yeah.
sir. I say yes, ma'am, to her.
All right, I have 9 o'clock, we'll call the November 3rd Commissioners meeting together.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First Monday of the month, staff meeting. Welcome all. Juanita, we'll start with you.
Already?
Already. What
Well-
happens when you sit on our far right? We kind of go this way.
Okay. Well, we have, last week we brought in 20 dogs from one area, from one place. We have to go back today. There's probably 68 more dogs that we have to go get.
From one place?
Yes. Yes.
Was it one of those puppy mills, was it?
No, he used to, he had huskies and he used them in sleigh, whatever. He went to Alaska and done all that. Well, he's had his huskies and then his wife or girlfriend, I don't even know what she is. She brought in a pit. Now they've got pit skis, they've got everything. And he fell and broke his back and he can't really do anything and she just can't handle it. There's just so many of them. And they've got
How many
puppies.
more above the 20 are there?
68.
Probably about 68 because of the puppies. There's puppies everywhere. We took one dog that she would have gave birth, but we aborted it. And they was deformed because the brothers are messing with the sisters and the uncles and the
All right,
aunts.
we don't need that here on TV.
Well, I'm just saying.
That's okay.
That's
We're all
when-
adults in here.
You know, that's when they come out deformed and everything. That we had, she gave us 3 puppies that had neurology problems. All they did was shake and were their inbred. So, and then we brought in a total of 625 dogs. I got my piece of paper here. And then we have euthanized 380.
How many?
380.
That's the year to date.
Yes. Yes.
That would be, I don't know how much more we can educate people on.
Pardon?
I don't know how much more we can educate people on spade and neuter.
Oh, I know, it's just, I had to tell them, spay and neuter, spay and neuter. And they, oh, well, we don't want to do that. They think it ruins the dog. No, people, you ruin the dog.
Yeah.
How popular are pit skis?
She still got them. I mean.
Not very popular then.
And they're not, I mean, they're not very big, they're only about this tall. They ain't gonna pull no sled. I mean, even the ones that he thinks that are huskies, even a small husky was only about this tall. That ain't gonna pull no sled. And he's a big guy and they're just, I don't know. He said the other day we was killing him. I'm like, man, you can't even hardly touch some of these dogs. All they're being is on a short chain with food and water.
Yeah.
Ain't fair to the animals, so.
So how many of these 58 dogs do you think are gonna make it at the animal show?
I don't know. I'll be kind of surprised. I know one of them didn't make it, didn't pass any of its, you know, they work with them, with other dogs and it just didn't pass it, so that one's not gonna make it. And then it depends on how deformed some of these puppies are. She's got at least 4 locked up in a shed. We haven't even seen them ones.
They probably, for adoption, there's not much chance.
I mean, I know the guy, he wants to be able to sleigh and all this, but I just don't see him doing it. His house burnt down about 10 years ago. He's up there now, he's got a camper and another camper in there now. His truck's broke down, they was sleeping in their truck, now they're in a camper. It's a mess.
Is breeding like his income?
I don't know what his income is. I think he does get some kind of a check, but he thinks he can sell these puppies. Well, he's got some really cute husky puppies that actually look like huskies. He wants to sell them for $400. But if anybody comes to that property, they ain't gonna want nothing to do with them ups. I mean, honestly, not at all.
Does he need a license? Does he need a license to?
Oh,
to
he
breed
needs a
some?
license, all right.
But he doesn't have one.
No. He had them last year. He had kennel license last year. And this year I don't know, with his back and everything, he just didn't get them. So we're just going up there to remove them. I mean, there's nothing else we can do. And we've worked with him.
Is he gonna sign the dogs over to you, or we just got to take them?
She signed the first 20 to us, that was last week. And she can sign the other ones, it don't really matter. I mean, I can take them also, if I want to, on cruelty. But he ain't got nothing. What's he gonna give us? Them old crappy campers.
Anything else?
You paying with the class, and you guys graduated, and
Oh, yeah, if you send anybody else over there to that service center, please give them some better chairs. Them chairs was so miserable.
don't we have, are the other two gonna go?
Yeah,
Okay, next month, right?
yeah, it's in January, I think.
Or January now?
Yeah, I think it's January. But yeah. Yeah, we had back issues afterwards. And so we'd be in there for over 8 hours sometimes. I'm like, good Lord, come on, people, let us know. But it wasn't too bad. It was,
We covered all the bases. All right, thanks, Juanita.
you're welcome.
Right?
Keep chipping away at the trash. Had some volunteer groups, our CCA did, Clinton Road, that whole little area right there, Anderson Station. That time of the year where we start to see big, large dumps along the roads and recycling bins. Change of the weather, everybody getting ready for winter, I guess. And that's pretty much it. We've had some workers getting acquainted with Rob now with in the probation department and trying to get a schedule down now that we've had that change. Really, yeah, I was coming up with grand ideas. And that, just chipping away at it.
Was the dumping pretty much slowed down during winter? Or?
Yes and no.
That's big items.
It's more so
At winter
big
time, it's
items
big
now.
items.
Like, for instance, the 772 side of Cooks Hill, I believe there's 2 couches, 4 or 5 mattresses there, I think an oven or something.
We'll see them today when we walk Cooks Hill Road.
Yeah, they were driving it back in there, but they blocked it back off with concrete again, so now it's just right at the gate scenario, so. And it's kind of down in the ditch, so we may try to work with the township or get with the engineers and maybe use some equipment, make it a little bit easier to haul up out of there. Yeah, we've had several large dumps here in the last couple weeks, mainly furniture, and just, it's like evictions or people moving or something like that.
Sarah, you got anything this week? Or?
I'll be closing out the wellness program, so I'm working with Madeline right now to come up with the check amount of what the completers will get for with the remaining funds of the program. I do that every year, whatever is remaining. I think it's going to be around $40-some right now, but I'm finalizing that list with Madeline, making sure there's no termed employees or anything on it. I'm getting with Ashley this week, and we're gonna kind of tie up some loose ends and make sure we're on the same page. I know you guys know I'm dealing with some major family impact, so you might not be seeing me in the office as often. Mom starts chemo on Wednesday.
Andy?
House Bill 96 continues to be a big focus. I've got a conference the 19th, a bunch of state people and legislatures for that one. Hope to, by the end of November, early December, put something in front of you guys to adopt. We have to have it adopted by January 1st, but just trying to make sure I'm hearing as many voices as possible before I start putting things down on paper. We talked a little bit last week about different models and approaches for that. Still recommend a hybrid approach. where you guys adopt a county level policy that other groups can but are not obligated to, so long as they meet the minimum requirements of. And we can talk more about that offline if you guys have questions, but essentially everyone has to follow the same rules. You guys are ultimately responsible if they don't, or at least take the flak for it, so some level of sign off that they know your policy and know the minimum requirements and are following them. Did some help with the Maid Rally folks the other day, some input on the Hopewell Visitor Center, continued sheriff's request for video footage. We've added some cameras over to LCMB. We'll add some over at Paint and Main before the year is out, nothing too crazy. I think it's 6 over for LCMB and 1 or 2 on Paint and Main, just better coverage for the requests that we get. Working with the treasurer on a project for some stuff he's doing up in the window that we kind of beta tested that's working out really well. Working on a secondary backup application for our servers, getting quotes for projects next year. Worked with the engineers, they had some issues of equipment failure, their battery died out there, so their server didn't come on one morning. User moves, new laptop. AWS outage last week, which took down half the world. Thankfully, it only had minimal impact on us. It knocked cameras offline for 3 hours or something like that. Other than that, we're good. Working on VoIP renewal. We have a kind of a pilot project at 15 North Paint where we're doing VoIP. Horizon's replacement service was cost prohibitive. It was $30,000–$40,000 for a new phone system or something like that, and we pay $1,500, I think, a year across the way. You know, it comes out to, I did double check those numbers. It's $14.75 a month for our renewal costs.
For Cisco stuff.
For Cisco, it's $14.50 this month. It's $14.75 is our renewal preliminary quote. We pay a minimal usage. It's like $50 a month for, you know, minutes and usage. You know,
It's like a third of what those other folks are offering.
yeah, it's well under. We pay like 2 cents a minute out of, you know, that's the plan that gets all the features. So working on renewal stuff for that and then pushing that out to other departments. Honestly, I think I'm gonna start with the commissioner's office next. It's another smallish group, but it's a high volume of calls, so that would give us some good input. Did some work with VSO and some competency needs they had last week. Aside for gearing up for next year, that's about it.
Any questions for Andy?
No, thank you.
All right, good job, Andy. Mark?
As far as incident response, we didn't have anything for the month of October. For grants and funding, our EMPG grant, the feds have cut the cycle that went through 27 to 2026. They shortened it by a year. We've exhausted our 2024 funds, and they still haven't announced the 2025 funds because of the original freeze from FEMA and then with the shutdown. So we're still waiting on that, but once that's announced, we'll only have until June 30th of 2026 for that. On our projects, on the hazard mitigation plan, the plan's been posted for a public review and comment. I've got a website there listed, but we've made an announcement to all the original stakeholders through traditional media and also social media. That's open for 15 days. For the mass notification system, we had a refresher training with Code Red. Because of winter coming up, we wanted to make sure that we were good on that. We worked with the city on that. They added 2 users for that.
Do you anticipate, sorry to interrupt, do you anticipate using that system for snow travel, level 1, level 2 snow? emergencies?
We're only going to use it for severe emergencies. We don't want to be that little boy that cried wolf. So
Yeah.
I know some counties use it just for anything and everything, every traffic crash, every snow event. If it's significant, we'll use it. But we also made sure we worked out a couple mapping issues with Code Red, and we ensured the system was working in conjunction with the National Weather Service out of Wilmington. The hazardous materials plan for the county, we submitted that to Ohio EMA. I think it was on the 6th. Ohio EMA's approved it, and then they forwarded it to EPA. We're waiting for the state EPA to approve that. Nothing else of real significance except for we received a cessation permanent activities for regulated operations at Nutrien Ag in Frankfurt. They permanently closed since they're one of our 2-tier facilities. We're notified of those. That's all I have.
Okay. Any questions for Mark?
I'm good.
Josh?
Overall, pretty slow month for us, other than the day that I gave everyone else the day off and didn't realize it. Andy's technology came into the rescue there, because now our new phone system, if I enable it to do so, will call my cell phone if nobody answers in the office. Between that and laptop in the pickup truck, I was able to get through that day. So a little bit stressful, but the technology, saved the day. So outside of that, just normal inspections and starting to notice a little change in our workload from the city resuming their activities. So that's been a nice change.
Is that residential only? Or
They're
commercial?
doing their own commercial as well now, but we have to do all of their electrical inspections because they do not have an electrical inspector.
Any questions for Josh?
No, doing good.
If you would stay a second afterwards, we got a question about the transfer. You put in a request for transfer of funds.
Oh, okay.
Danny?
Yep, we had 35 work orders come in October. We got all 35 completed. We do have about 50% of the Christmas lights up, so hopefully the Christmas tree will be coming in this week to get put up. The jail project's moving along pretty good. They're in K-Pod now, so that really just leaves one more to go in J-Pod, and that will hopefully be wrapped up by the end of the year, 1st of January. So, still working on everything, getting everything ready for the projects for the service center, getting it lined up, getting ready to kick off that day whenever we get everything in line. I do have one maintenance thing that's getting ready to come up, will affect the courthouse and the jail. The big transformer down there that serves where all the power comes in and serves the courthouse and the jail will need to be cleaned again this year. Every 3 to 5 years, I recommend me to do it. I usually do it in the 3. We always do it on a Saturday when there's nobody over here. The jail generator will run on it. It will just be like a power outage to them. Then the guys will get in there. Usually takes anywhere from 3 to 4 hours to clean it, and then it'll be back online. So I will get that scheduled, working through SOS Electric on that one. They have to have all the proper gear there and everything to do that. It's kind of a big deal, so we usually work out a deal with them to get it done. So as soon as I get that date, I'll pass it along to everybody. But besides that, that's about all I got. Everything's running pretty smooth.
On the steel plate project, did we get those welds figured out?
So I was gonna ask Brad, did we get them pictures
We
you
did.
showed us the other day?
All the beds?
Yes.
Yeah, we met with them and they're gonna repair what they need to repair. The issue with that bed had no legs on it. So
Just single.
we went through the whole jail and found out, I think was there 9?
9 of them.
9 of them. Well, we're gonna have them fix all those so that can't
So
happen
the
again.
weld was holding the whole weight of the bed and person.
Yeah, with a 300-pound guy jumping up and down in 20 minutes probably, yeah.
Can they put legs on them?
Yeah.
Is that what they're gonna do?
Yeah, that's what we're gonna have them do.
They're gonna match what they already got done.
All the double bunks have legs at the
Right.
bottom. These didn't. And there's only 9 of them that are single that don't have legs on
Right.
them. So we just said, let's fix them all.
Okay.
Any questions for Danny? Job good?
Good. That's why we had them. too.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
All right, John?
Well, if we can, I can get
Or
a
if you
few.
want to go first.
Yeah,
I was just kind of going in.
Yeah, I just want to kind of get a few things out of the way first, and I'll give ample time for ACGB updates. On the comprehensive plan, I got 3 important meetings coming up here. December 3rd will be a presentation that our team will give at the Greater Chillicothe-Ross County Development event, December 3rd at the Chillicothe Country Club. And then on December 11th, we also have our steering committee meetings. They'll be all day, morning session and afternoon session. You're all on those committees, so hopefully see you then. December 11th, same evening, we have the Township Association. We're going to do another presentation to the Board of Trustees. It's a good time to really get the new trustees, if there are any, that are incoming, get them up to date on where we're at with the comp plan. And next project, the Visitor Center, and we can talk more about it here later. I have the development design 100% plans. You have those in your email. I've got a hard copy here if you ever wanted to look at them. Kind of hard to see on 11 by 17 though. So that's wrapping it, or that has wrapped up. We should have construction drawings done in this January. Let's cross our fingers that we could go out to bid in February. It'll be general contract, so be competitive. I'll be turning in the zoning permit application likely later today. So hopefully that'll all be wrapped up. And so we're moving along. We are within budget. I want to see a little more cushion. I'm asking for some additional money, grant money, for that project. And if we get it, we'll have a little bit more of a cushion. We also plan on a new grant we're going to apply for. It's an active transportation grant. We have an active transportation plan that was developed in 2020. Great plan. We want to add to that and update it. A lot of things have happened since then, and I think with our new thoroughfare plan coming on board with the comprehensive plan, I think it'll be a good pairing. Get that. If we can get it funded, we're going to ask between $50,000 and $100,000, just depending. So we'll have more info on that as we progress. So that's my quick updates on some important things that we're working on. And now we go to ACGP. Might take a little longer. John?
I shouldn't. I gave you the sheet that updates you on the projects. On the first page there, Welsh Museum over at Oak Hill. They had to do some value engineering on their project, and when they did that value engineering, the state came back and told us, hey, if you got any projects that could use a little more money, and this was one that was the smallest grant Ross County got. We asked for some money for it, and then when I told them, hey, we got you $40,000, they identified to me that they had some really building code issues in the plumbing and the electrical. So we went back to the state, and we actually got them $83,000 additional dollars for the project. The state has had some projects fall out elsewhere, and they've offered this. Now, they say they don't have a lot. They're capping $200,000 as the request, and you can't just say, hey, we need this money because of contingency. We tried some of that already. So you've got to have, like we had here, where you've got a cost estimate, and there's certain criteria they've put on it. So we're not saying we can get money for everybody if there's extra money needed, but we did score on that one, and we'll keep trying. We're not going to give up on that. We'll ask until they tell us there's no more money left. One of the things I find interesting, the word's out on that, and I always tell people, I'll tell you here later, some of the projects, we haven't got all the projects bid yet. And I can tell you it's not going to be Ross County's money available. I said, we're not giving up on anybody, and we're almost there. We won't be worrying about giving back any money. So. A lot of projects under construction, they're starting today. You'll notice that November 3rd. I'm glad the weather's good because I think they will start now instead of it being.
Still 22 projects that are under construction right now?
Yeah. If you start today, it's 22. of the 31, that will at least, they're gonna start construction there. At least that's what they tell us, so.
That's good.
One of the good things about that, if you flip over, all these CMAR projects, there were 9 of those, all of those are now under construction. Been a little slow, but I thought those would go a little quicker, but they haven't. And Chillicothe, you've probably seen the work. I mean, they're still working on the roads. I think the concentration right now is on Riverside and Mulberry. And then they've started at the park on the Armory. I haven't been up to see it. I've seen some pictures, but I know Sarah's been up there. And she's very involved in that project since it's our largest project. She's got her eyes on that one a lot, so.
It's gonna be beautiful when they're done, too.
Yes, I think it will be, yeah. UNESCO, the sites, they're gonna start at Hopeton, but the government shutdown has caused, there's some environmental stuff they had to do out there, the MPS did. And it's holding them up, so they're starting down at Cypress Earthworks. And if the government shutdown continues, they're gonna go to Mound City, then Hopeton, and then Hopewell is a alternate that we haven't accepted the work there, but we think we're going to get there.
So what's the decision pivot point to change priorities? What's going to trigger a move there?
To Hopeton, you mean?
Yeah. How long are you waiting for the shutdown to continue before?
I think Bruns, there's some soil issues out there. And they wanted to start out there first so they could see what is it we're getting into, how much contingency are we gonna have. That way we would know as soon as possible whether we're adding Hopewell back into the scope. But just the government shutdown has forced them so they can get started to go to these other sites. So I don't know if they'll change the order, do you, Sarah, if the government shutdown ends to go to Hopeton?
I don't think so.
I think they're going to stay with site, Mound City, then go to Hopeton.
Yeah.
And then at that point, we'll know if we've got money for Hopewell. So it's good to see that one get moving forward. On the next third page there, under contract but not under construction yet, that Chester Hill project will be under construction before we meet again. They start next week. Frankfurt, the engineering firm, design firm proposed a pre-con this month, probably next week sometime. I haven't gotten a firm date on that. We'll see how soon it starts, but they did get it under contract this past month. Paint Creek Trail, last I saw, Aaron had gotten out the contract to, or actually I guess Josh with the design firm, had gotten the contract to the company. I haven't heard anything further. Have you, Sarah?
No, Aaron followed up with Josh this morning about the bid tab.
Okay.
So I'll follow up with Josh and see where I was with the contract.
Hopefully that's one again by December we got under contract. Georgetown and the U.S. Grant Visitor Center, those both are at Georgetown and conducted by them. Their council approved entering the contracts for both of those. I just haven't seen the contracts yet, but Ben at Bricker Graydon had those contracts ready when the council met, so that should be a quick turnaround. Lynchburg, their village council meets this week to decide on an award. They got an award, a bid they can award. Athens, we had a little confusion. We couldn't figure out what they were saying. I think, Sarah, I hope when I sent that email Friday made sense. We couldn't figure out how they were within 20% of the estimate, but I think we figured it out. So that one's one. Again, I think by next month it'll be under contract at least. Then on back, a couple of yours, Bainbridge. The bids came in. One was under the estimated cost, one in excess. We're waiting on a bid tab from the design firm to recommend to the council down there how they move forward. So that's one we should be moving forward on as well. And then Mighty Children's Museum, they submitted that second amendment request. The state reached back out and asked for some additional correction, more information more than anything. And we haven't heard back from the state. We sent that stuff in to them, so we're just waiting word on that. And like I say, if you look at those, that we've got several there that are going under contract, but Athens and Bainbridge, those were the ones that last week got bids finally, and I know they can award the bids they got as long as their councils move forward with that. So really, the only outstanding project is Mighty Children's. If we get that amendment approved, I think they'll get moving on it and get their project started.
Has John Kerry given any kind of indication as to when they'll decide on that?
He didn't, it goes above him, the decision does, but he did reach out to me after we sent that additional information, and he seemed pleased with what they submitted. John did. So, but that's not always an indicator if that's enough, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's a chunk they're asking for.
Yeah.
That'd be nice if they could get it,
Yeah,
finish that project.
right.
Okay. Anything else from your team?
We got our first substantial completion on Friday the 31st for phase 1 of Mount Zion. So,
Okay.
yep, first of many to come.
Yeah. It's always been kind of an interesting project there.
Yeah.
Good way to put it.
That's supplies like that.
I can't wait till above under construction. I have the header, project's complete.
Yeah.
That's the next goal.
So we got another 6-7 months to go on that.
Yes.
So I've asked John and Kim and everybody to kind of tabulate the savings that we've brought to this program and the sub-awards through the good legal work of Bricker Graydon and the great owner representation from In Compliance. Millions of dollars saved, in my opinion, overall because of that work. So now that'll all count when everything's completed and constructed, but very proud of the work that they're doing. And John's leadership, representing us, really appreciate it.
That was what I was gonna say is, kudos, yes, to Burger and Compliance, but also to you and to John for, managing that and creating that shared expectation that we were going to do the best that we could to make the most of this funding. And one of my biggest concerns about this big wild grant program going back, 2 years ago was watch that money not go as far and have a lot of overages and things like that. That could have been a mess if every single one of these projects was over budget instead of, where you've been able to manage the budget and manage the follow through the timeline, the milestones. It's been very well managed, and I think that's wildly important for this. And I think Ross County was glad to, but there is risk in managing those projects, and it's a lot of work on everyone's part. But I'm glad we have a really good team managing it all, and I feel very confident and comfortable about where we are with all of it at this point in time. So keep on it.
Yeah, we've been talking about this for so long, but it's just, David's absolutely right, the effective management and keeping on top of situations and getting the proper help that we need. Those are big steps, and those are, you look at spending the money to get that on board, even though some of it's grant paid, and it's still a risk to the county, but both the ACGP and the comp plan to come are well worth the cost, and especially when they're handled right and the results are broadcast and lived up to. So, yeah, you guys are doing a tremendous job. We appreciate all of you.
Everyone did.
Yeah, everybody is. I mean, this, like we've said in prior staff meetings, all this is going to impact you somehow, some way too. So your future effort and input into that and how you're going to shift your departments to handle the increased load of tourism, of population, of build out, of economic development. Everybody's going to get touched in this room. So we appreciate you for what you've done and for what you want to do. And we'll continue to talk about that. Anybody else have anything? You guys have anything?
Thank you guys for doing everything you did.
Yep, we appreciate you.
Makes us look good. Thank you very much.
All right, well, I gotta go pick up some more dogs.
Yeah.
I'll be getting this.
Excuse me.
Oh, here he comes.
Thank you.
You guys want to swing by powwow or?
Yeah, yeah, good until about 11, and then I gotta head to,
You see Lauren's email?
It's hard to read.
I do. I wasn't gonna print 100.
Greater.
Yes, I will.
I'm gonna go there, go in there.
It's hard to read.
I forgot Holzer tomorrow afternoon.
What's that?
Holzer tomorrow afternoon.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna,
And the bills for the week,
and then Wednesday.
we have $491.11. Almost half of that, $299,000 was the ACGP project. We did have some notable expenditures for the engineering department with paving and with surfacing, $104,783.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. And now, $6,501.76. $4,000 was for Ashley.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Joshi. Building department, transfer of funds, or appropriation of funds for travel expenses. Pay November, December gas payments to West Bank, average $500 to $600 per month. Can you explain that a little bit to us?
That's our gas card for the trucks.
For the
For the
inspector's trucks?
Yes, yes.
Is this part of the normal budgeting? I mean,
Yes, I believe the fuel expenses were cut last year, I can't remember, but we typically do run out of money about this time of year for a couple things.
okay. Have we accounted for that in the 2026 budget?
We attempted to, yes.
Okay. All right, so this is to fill in the gaps of the low budget for the...
I'm good with the reason on that. What I would say though, because this is a request for appropriations, have you looked at your other line item funds and seen if you could transfer funds out of one to another rather than a new appropriation?
I don't believe we would have the funds to do that. Like I said, this time of the year, we start to run out of money, especially for travel and contract services are the two that we would typically exhaust the quickest.
So this year you added more travel too, right? Like going to Greenfield.
Greenfield and Wilson.
So that's
So they
probably
add-
part of why the gas is down.
Yeah.
I think we have to understand that even though the expense item is up in that, the revenue item should be up in that too to pay for it.
Absolutely, especially in Greenfield. We're well over 250 permits at roughly $100 per permit, we'll say on average. So I think it's definitely covering the cost there.
So we don't add a mine ticked up in expenses when we have revenue.
Unfortunately, that money doesn't go back into his account, you know,
Yeah,
it goes in the
right.
general
It
fund.
goes in the general fund.
Yeah, otherwise he'd probably be able to cover all that plus
Sure.
some, right?
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should backtrack that to make sure we have that in mind, that there's revenue feeding these expenses, but it's not directly relatable to his budget. Is there an accounting trick we could use to open that pathway?
You know, they've always not allowed that.
Yeah, it's-
Stayers.
Who's they?
The auditor's
Auditor's
office.
office.
Yeah, they've never allowed that. You know, they want to see that revenue come into them and then you guys have to disperse it, so.
I don't mind that too much, but we have to keep on top of mind that, hey, this is paid for
Sure.
by other revenue sources coming into the general.
Well, the thing is we never see that money coming in. because
The
all
only,
these
the only
streets
thing
were
that I've
fun.
seen that even shows that is the report that Lauren gives you in the beginning.
Yeah, and that's the only-
beginning
yeah, that's the
of
only
month.
thing.
I mean, you
'Cause I looked
can
at
see
it, it
what
was-
they made. You have to look at their budget to see what they spent.
Yeah.
It's not, it'd be great if all that was on a spreadsheet so you could see what they've spent, kind of seeing that with their budget. How many, you had 250?
Over 250.
What are you charging over there?
It depends on whether it's residential, commercial,
Yeah.
what the activity is. Most of those are gonna be $85.85, and a lot of them have a stop work penalty on them as well because we're catching them working without permit. So, that essentially doubles the permit fee.
So what did,
So it's usually on the average about $85.
85 would be the minimum, yes.
let's see what Lauren had there this morning.
Yeah, I forgot my phone, so I haven't been able to see
Yeah,
it.
I've seen that, but I've seen $79,000 somewhere in that. Where did that put it?
So what, in your report here where it says permit fees collected, plan review fees collected, is that for every place?
That
Is that for Greenfield?
That's, yeah, a grand total, yeah.
Okay. So you took in almost $61,000 in October, not counting the plan review. That's just permit fees.
And the plan reviews generally, it's basically a pass-through. I mean, we collect his fee and.
Send it on to him.
Correct, yes.
Right.
Yes.
But you're almost, you're over $350,000 in permit fees collected.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with the amount. I don't have, obviously, we're gonna fund you guys and pay for gas. My question was about the transfer versus a new appropriation.
Yeah.
And I think just as a generally a preferable practice if we
That's what we do here.
spend down, that's what we do, that's what most of the other departments do.
So you might want to just have Lauren look in there and see, I don't know how many line items you have in your budget, but.
Not a whole lot.
Yeah, I didn't think you did.
Between all, I think we have 3 different accounts. I think we have maybe 10 line items, something like that. It's not
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, it's not much.
Ours is pretty
Okay,
basic.
so I just made a note on here, it's covered by additional general fund revenue coming in. So do I have a motion to accept the $1,200 appropriation?
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
In fact, Josh called me last week, and we're getting ready to do some county projects. And, we've talked to Josh in the past about their county projects, you waive the fees.
Mhm.
Well, the fees are fine to be waived, but that plan review is not.
Right.
Because we're not paying that to the county, we're paying that to somebody else to do the reviews, and I just said, send us the bill and we'll make it part of the project.
Yeah, and so far, everything this year that's been a county project has been something minor in scope where I've been able to do the review myself, and
Yeah.
there's been no fee there, so. But with the service center project, it was just concerned that there was gonna be, a
Plan
little-
review there.
Yeah, plan review.
One last thing, I think that with the economic development meeting that shifted from the Pixel team to the future economic development team, you're gonna need to be a part of those meetings. At least probably the Monday 1 o'clock one.
Okay.
Can you make arrangements to do that?
I can moving forward, not today, but I can, starting, next week?
Next week.
Okay.
Because
And that's
one
here?
thing we want to do is we want to streamline the permitting and licensing areas for new economic development coming to Ross County. So we want to take a look at what potential bottlenecks there are, what is required of the developers to secure ahead of time and make sure they do that ahead of time so everything works seamlessly through the construction, the building, the bidding, all that potentially can come to Ross County. Okay, so starting next week, why don't you go ahead and make arrangements to come here at 1 o'clock and we'll touch on all that.
I can do that.
All right.
I just thought it was a good idea. I just added you to the calendar event that we have. So you should get an invite.
Pretty easy to remember then.
So how is the, have you had any permitting issues with the ACGP project?
We've really had, I mean, it's business as usual, just another project. I mean, we've had no hiccups with anything that's came through so far. I mean, a lot of the stuff that, you know, I'm sitting through with Devin and whatnot, it's way down the road, but it's nice to know what's coming.
Yeah, I want to make sure that happens.
Yeah, sometimes it kind of seems like, maybe I shouldn't be involved with this yet, but
No,
you know,
it should be.
it is a good thing.
It's coming
Yeah,
a lot.
yeah.
Okay, any other questions?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm just thinking,
Thank you.
Who's giving sign language over here?
airport thing.
What airport thing?
Where they were denied about putting a building in there.
Well, I told you, I'll put that group of folks together here
Right.
this month. I mean, I've already talked to Josh about
Okay.
it.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've talked to Josh and Devin.
Make sure.
Yeah, that's what really, I've talked to Austin about it too. I mean, we'll get together and figure out what the heck to do. with
Is
it.
there a vacancy on the appeals board right now?
I don't know.
I was just thinking after you and I talked, that Johnson fellow did his homework. I
He
mean,
did.
I think that if there is a vacancy, he would probably be a good person to have one there.
He can be cantankerous though.
I had nothing but smooth encounter with him, so
Well, good.
I can't speak
Well,
to
he's
that.
pretty happy because he got his permit.
Got his way, yes.
If it would've kept going, it may not have been the same. I don't know.
Right. So, but
Anyway.
just a thought.
good.
All
All
right.
right, thanks, Don.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you, guys.
We have a transfer of funds from the law library from group insurance to other expenses of $1,744.85. The reason is the librarian is not enrolled in insurance. There's a need to pay consortium statutory fees for 3 years past due and not budgeted. So they're taking the group insurance that she's not participating in to move it into this one.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Transfer of funds from the board DD from rent residential to residential facility of $12,000. This is to move funds within the residential account to balance the remaining year, end of year expenses.
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Transfer of funds from VOCA from a telephone account to reimbursements in the amount of $234.62. They got a negative balance in their reimbursements for payments to state of Ohio.
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Transfer of funds from this is general to debit service for debit principal and interest payments due by December 1st. $837,362.50.
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Request for appropriation of funds from planning and development to planning and development from general for contract services of $5,000. This is pay for economic development of legal and traffic engineering services.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Appropriation of funds for VOCA. This is from increase in appropriations, certified revenue for new year-end 2026 VOCA SBA grant. We did some resolution on this last week, I believe. $157,713.46.
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye. I'll let you decide that, Ken.
Always gotta throw her a curve, don't you? This is a liquor license to the Huntsman Market LLC, 6211 Blaine Highway. From February, will be in effect from in the beginning of February. This is an application.
Is that a transfer?
It doesn't say where it's transferred. It's a new one, right?
I thought the Huntsman Market
They already sold it. They already
Sure,
sell
it's not a renewal,
Is this a new owners?
maybe, could be.
That's why it was just that's why I asked if it was a transfer.
Could be new
It was
owners.
Jamie Pop used to own that. He bought it and then
Oh,
redid everything down there and then he sold it.
Patel,
A lot of people have owned it.
yeah, it's under new ownership.
Yeah.
Barry Howbow had it,
Yeah.
Mark Colburn had it.
Because Jamie bought it and he put in new tanks and new pumps and
Was that Jamie or Chad? Was it
Jamie wasn't, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not on this list.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
This is for you to sign, right, Kathy?
Yes.
What is this from Yost's office? Certification of civil rights?
That is actually from juvenile court. They're applying for a grant, and that we just have to sign the civil rights portion of their grant. Say that we have a civil rights policy, which we do.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Which grant was that, Kathy?
It's through juvenile court.
Why is the car still down in the basement?
The what?
The car.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You need it today?
We're going out to Coach Hill Road.
Let me,
Are you going today, or are you going next week after Charlie's budget meeting?
Yeah, it's next week.
Well, it's got 11:30 down
Well,
here.
he's got a resolution there that needs to be done, paperwork
Oh,
for today.
I think he thinks we're coming. He texted me last night, and I said, I thought we were going there today. We can ask him if he'd rather do it Monday.
Yeah, because I was gonna switch his budget meeting so that he's done at 3 and you can go out the right afterward.
Have time sheet for Nancy King for law library, 30 hours.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye. So we're not going, maybe go, We're gonna wait till the snow flies and wear the work boots or?
Yeah, David's tucks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe this would just be a quick few minutes today. This is not a trip.
So it has nothing to do with Cook's Hill Road?
It does have to do with Cooks Hill Road, but not visiting Cooks Hill Road. There's a resolution that Jack has.
Okay.
Okay, resolution.
We're going to Baldwin and Hendecote now.
Resolution 04525, this is a contract agreement with Ohio Bridge Company. It does business as U.S. Bridge for the bridge replacement to Trigo Creek Road. And this is for $172,552.94 is the sum not to be exceeded.
And that's a contract.
Yeah, that's
With
Richard.
this
Trigo
company
Creek Road.
for the
Repair of a bridge on.
repair of Trigo Creek.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And lastly, I have an agreement from the Ohio Department of Children and Youth Services for Ross County Juvenile Court for a grant amount of $800,000. It's a grant for juvenile court.
Some of us got stuck on the way up. Well, Slim girl from the auditor's office went down, that's who the last ding was, but I didn't, the first ding, I still.
Might have been a back door too.
Do
Oh,
we
okay.
make a motion on this?
Sure.
Okay.
Second.
Okay.
I knew what you're talking
All
about.
in favor, say aye.
Aye. We had you covered. We watched you, I heard you. On multitasking, man, that's pretty hell.
Brad, what do you got?
I've got a few things here. You sent this stuff to me about these banners, and I know you guys were talking about those last week. So,
You said something about Bridge Street.
well, they have a map where they go. You can't just put them wherever you want.
No, we're gonna have a little.
We can't
Call
put,
that guy.
if we get two of them, we can't put them on the poles out there in front of the courthouse?
They're, you know where all the veteran signs have been, all the way down Bridge Street?
Right.
That's where they go. That's where these are gonna go, I guess. See, there's the map, It shows where they are, and you have to pick a spot.
I think we might have to pick our own spot. So I think we should go up in front of the courthouse. So we're gonna ask.
I just didn't wanna order them and what you wanted me to do with them, so
Yeah.
if you
You
want.
got which ones we want, right?
Well, that's like now, you know, that's like, any place you go to these, and you see the veterans thing on the poles for the veterans, it's usually in a downtown area where you're driving 25 mile an hour. You're driving 40 mile an hour on Bridge Street, because that's the speed limit on Bridge Street, 40 mile an hour on the other side, north of the bridge. You can't even read them, and you can't even see anything doing.
I can't remember whose project this was, whether it was Chambers or Downtown Chillicothe or.
It was Chambers.
It was.
So they have the.
I didn't have, this is what Mike Throne sent, what it's in his email.
Yeah,
I
but there
downloaded,
was,
there was something else that you guys were looking at, I think.
there was a style.
Do you know which style there you
I
wanted?
know that this was one, but with Ross County, not Bellevue. And then we want Ross County Commissioners.
At the bottom?
Yeah.
You want the county seal, or do you want Ross County Commissioners?
I think I want both.
The seal in, okay.
We didn't want Buffalo, we didn't want the Statue of Liberty, we wanted the red, white, and blue, and that's these two right here, one of there. That one to the left looks different.
Well, the one that was on here, the one that we were looking at isn't on here.
Let me see if I got something else here. Maybe it's this. Maybe it's this one here. Let me print this off. What you were looking at?
That one, and that one is what we like,
Yeah,
right?
well, that is this.
Yeah.
That. But I think we like that. I don't care really between the two of them, though. I like the one on the right, it just looks less busy, because it's got the seal. This one's got a seal and all this. That one just says 250, Chillicothe.
So you like those two?
Yeah.
Just put a little check mark by them there, and I'll call Mike and talk to him about where they can be located.
I think I want Ross County instead of Chillicothe.
I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with that.
That's the one we're looking at.
Okay, I'm fine with it.
So two of those?
Two of these. Unless you want to split them.
I thought I thought there was gonna be two different ones.
Well, there is, that one has Chillicothe in it, right?
Mhm.
I think you can probably take Chillicothe out, maybe. I don't know.
We're doing that for you, you know,
What's that?
taking Chillicothe. We know you make us think of it. So that's, we'll just get one of each then.
I'll take that and I'll give Mike a call. See if those can possibly go up in front of the courthouse.
Do we have anything on the post out front now?
I don't think so, unless it's, no, I don't think we do. I don't think we've ever had anything on those.
So Danny and them can make mounts and stuff if they have to.
We can, yeah, we can come up with something. You got the information from John McHugh about the courthouse project, those changes I sent them to you, right? You got that?
Oh, yeah.
And then this is what you asked me to send to Ken at Dunkin' Oil. I will make sure you're fine with everything that's on there. Only one I was really questioning was the one at the bottom, but I'm happy to send whatever you want me to send.
I don't really care about the first part of that. They can have operations there that they profit from, but I still think the person that is running the airport should not be working for one of those profiting businesses.
Okay.
They need to be a county employee,
So we good with all that?
except for the first sentence here.
Okay.
Just leave the second sentence there if you're gonna retype it or whatever.
Yeah, I'll put it all together.
But I'm good with everything that's on here.
Let's see. I know the sheriff's coming in to talk about his grant, his program this afternoon. His time sheet.
So moved.
All in favor, say aye.
I told you where we are on the service center project with that contractor, and we're having a meeting on Tuesday about that. Smittles are coming in for the sewer project already, so that will be underway soon.
We have $498,323 in for
In
the
that
center, service center renovation already.
You know,
That's what Dan gave you. That's what Danny had.
Okay.
So we
Those are
already
the
got.
ones that we have available that we can
Move. Good.
The only thing I'd say, just, I agree with everything on here. Just the way that you communicate it would be just.
I'll retype it.
I just mean like how they might interpret it versus what we actually mean. Restaurant, hotel, that'd be good to have, but it's not, you know, they're not gonna be considered failures if there's no hotel out there right at this point. I think there's.
This is, what can you handle?
Yeah.
That's what this
Yeah.
is.
Okay.
And they got, I guess, food trucks or something at the
They
other
do.
locations.
He mentioned that in our conversation, that,
You know, hot dog slobbering good, so
Yeah.
according to them. So I'd like to take a look. Go out there and have some burgers or something one day. and see what they're like.
The thing with that is if you don't have
food there all
a
the time.
flock of people out there, that food truck is not gonna make it, they're not gonna, and they say, we're not gonna do that.
You gotta make it a destination for
Right.
people to fly in.
Yeah.
And just the flight school is gonna pick up the traffic on that airport.
Yeah.
Lancaster is just busting at the seam. They got 17 planes and 14 pilots, flying instructors at Lancaster. That's why they wanna come down here, spread that out a little bit.
We can steal that, some of that. too.
And every pilot I talked to said it'll just bring the people.
Yeah, it will. So I'll get that out this week. That's all I've got for now. Other than, you said you got money, we're working on money for the service center project and review of the courthouse renovation project. That's the other piece.
Yeah. And I think we talked to Jeffers about the interest on, David Jeffers on the interest of the,
Yeah, I seen you sent an email to, you sent an email to Jeffers downstairs.
This morning?
No, here,
The
last
one we
week.
sent on Friday about the
Security.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Dan's working on that this morning.
Okay.
They're digging out that other body scan. I guess it's not really, it's more like a metal detector, I guess, to put on the other side. And I did talk to the recorder too, and he's fine with it. He said, yeah, I think it's long overdue, so we'll get those locked by the end of the week. We haven't heard any, I mean, nobody really said anything since we've sent it out. We sent it out to all the
No,
people.
I think everybody's definitely in favor.
Yeah, I did go over and talk to the officers over there and let them know that's what we're planning. And then somebody probably, I asked them to make sure that the judges understood what we were doing. I don't think they're gonna have a problem with it, but I just wanted to make sure because I think they actually pay for those guards.
They foot part of the
out of
bill.
their budget, don't they?
Yeah, they foot part of the bill.
Yeah.
But I think it should be okay with them.
Yeah. I mean, it just makes the whole building more secure.
we should probably check with the judges and make sure it's okay before we just start sticking things there.
Yeah,
Because that is their turf.
yeah. I'll do that today too.
You want, you gonna handle that or you want backup on that or? I mean, I got no trouble talking to Matt or.
No, I don't think it'll be an issue. If there is, then I'll have him talk to you guys. I'll say, you made the call, so.
Yeah. Well, people that get in on this side can easily go over to the other side.
Exactly.
So. Let's just stop them all at the door.
Well, that's why originally, when you go through the recorder's office, if you come from this side and you go through there, there's an alarm on that door. But they don't even keep it on anymore. So, it used to be, that's what Judge Ada was concerned about, was that somebody would come in here and go through there, hit that door and go in there, and without the alarm going off, people on that side wouldn't know somebody was coming in. You've got all the police officers, sheriff's department people there, but I don't know.
Has anybody got through this yet?
No.
I started it.
I gave it to Brad, I gave my copy to Brad. Cause I looked at it and it was just a quick flash.
I just haven't got to it yet.
I think the closer we can align with this, providing this is what they plan to do, make sure we abide by the same kind of thing and don't leave any holes for people to get over in the court. But there's a lot of work to get this enacted. Because it's just a recommendation. Do that. Probably good to get Jeff and David up here to get their ideas on security as well. Did you ever have a chance to talk to George about Johnson Payment Services?
I did talk to George. I did talk to Friday. I talked to. Yes, Friday. I talked to Jody.
I got it.
And Jody is saying that he doesn't think there's going to be a problem because the governor
Put 25 million.
took $25 million. He said we're going to have a.
That's all
He
right.
don't,
Just have a seat.
doesn't think it's going to be a problem. So
Yeah, Bob should be.
that's why
You doing?
I talked to the sheriff and Jody both, and Jody acted like it wasn't going to be a problem.
That's what
I talked to Dennis and McKeever and Randy Bliss. I talked to them, and they said, we'll take care of it. I said, okay.
Is anybody else coming?
I don't know.
Well,
I didn't know I was
before
coming.
us.
25 million.
They wouldn't have let us come in
Water on those.
if we'd had somebody before.
We did that, and he also did some deal. Then they cover up the food banks or something like that. It was like 9 million or 19 million or something like that to get the food bank.
Yeah, let's, motion to adjourn formal meeting.
Yes. Yes, Kathy. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.